Hey YouTube, it's Supergirl61100, and yesterday I went to a local Japanese store place and I got this bento box and these chopsticks which slide out, and I think they're really adorable decorations. And I'm going to show you how I'm preparing my bento box, and so let's get started. Alright, so I'm going to be hard-boiling 5 eggs, even though I'll probably only use 2. And I'm going to fill up this pan to cover up the eggs with water. Yeah, forgot to say that. So I filled it a little bit halfway, and I am going to put in my eggs. I have my 5 eggs here, but before I put each one in, I'm going to take it to the narrow side. I'm going to pierce it lightly with a cleaned thumbtack, which I have here. So I'm just going to take it, and I'm hoping this will work. And it barely pierced through, but it worked. Alright, so I put all my eggs in the pan, and as you can see, their porous shells are already bubbling. I don't know how much of that you can see. Really, I don't know, you can kind of see it, the bubbles coming out of the porous shell. Alright, so there is my eggs, and I'm going to put it on. Alright, so now I'm going to put my stove on high until it boils. Alright, so now I got my flame on, and I'm going to cover it up and just watch until it boils. Like so. Okay, so while I keep an eye on my hard-boiled eggs, I'm going to start to set up my bento, because I'm also going to make sushi for this. So I have some rice, and I'm just going to set that up and get these done. Alright, so I got my rice, and I'm going to check on my eggs one more time, and then I'll start my sushi. Alright, so they're kind of hard to see for you guys, but I'm going to take the top off, and then I'm going to kind of move them around because I don't want them to burn or overcook. Wooden spoon power activate. Alright, I moved them around a bit. And now I'm going to take out my rice. I put a little water on it before I put it in the refrigerator just to make sure it doesn't harden. Special rice scooper. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to mix this up to make sure that the water is in it. Make sure it's fully moist. And just going to move this out of the way. I got rice on my finger. Get off my hand. Okay. Now I'm going to take my bento box. And I have these little glass dividers from a sushi container. And I'm just going to stick them in here. Okay. I wish I could use effects and like speed this up. That would be so cool. But I don't have any of those cool iMovie things. Okay, I think I might have to tape this actually. I'm just gonna hold this up here with balance because I haven't started the sushi yet. And obviously that didn't work, so ignore me. Now I will get my sushi nori. I'm using nagai's roasted seaweed, and just one big sheet. And I have a sushi making kit, and I'm going to put a couple pieces in here. I don't really know what I'm going to do exactly yet, because if I do it like that, it will be too large for my bento box because mine's pretty small. I think I'm just going to do regular roll. So yeah, I'm going to take a little bit of rice and I'm going to spread it out on my nori, and I'm going to get a spatula and check on my eggs while I'm at it. Okay, eggs aren't even close to done yet. So I'm just going to spread the rice out over the whole seaweed thing, nori sheet. Do 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 do. Cool music. Oh, bad music. Okay, so I'm just spreading it out all over. I'm trying to get a thin layer because I want to make a small sushi roll. Okay, so now I'm almost done spreading out my rice. It's getting kind of tough because it's hard and I'm just not strong enough. I don't know why I'm not good at this. Okay, so I'll meet you back when I'm done. Alright, my eggs are barely boiling now. That failed. Okay, I'm just gonna mix them around now. Okay, now I'm gonna get my sushi knife out. Alright, so now we're just smashing it. I took some of the rice off because I had way too much because I'm trying to make a thin sushi roll and I'm just not good at this. So, yeah. Alright, so I have these little rice seasonings and I have red cabbage. I don't know how well you can, oh yeah, red cabbage in the background. And I'm just going to sprinkle the seasonings onto my rice. You were in the picture. And so, yeah. Alright, so now I'm going to put on these bonito flakes. And they also have sesame seeds in them, which is a mixture of our two seasonings. I love bonito flakes. I don't know why, I just do. Okay. So now I've done these two, and I'm going to stick in my red cabbage, which I've been calling purple since I was 5. It's purple. It must taste good. Oh, that story is always funny. Okay. Oh, I dropped it on the floor. Fail. Okay. Let's put that off to the side for now. I'm just putting it on. I'm going to put it all on one side so when I roll it, it's even. Alright, so my eggs are boiling, and I'm going to turn the heat down to low. And I'm going to let them simmer, and I'm going to set my timer for 12 minutes. Alright, so my eggs are simmering uncovered. 12 minutes. So again, I'm putting my red cabbage. You can use like cucumber to make kappamaki. That's what I would have used if I hadn't eaten all my cucumber earlier. So yeah, I'm just gonna stick this all on the sides here. Just move it over really because most of these are little tiny pieces. And it's worthless to use my hands because they're way too small for my hands. And now I'm going to roll it. Yay! Alright, so I rolled it and I'm going to use a little water to stick the nori to itself on this side because it's kind of uneven. And it's slowly opening. Okay, so now I'm going to use my sushi knife and I'm just going to cut it. I'm going to cut the ends off because they're not as even. And this is probably not going to work the way I wanted it to. So I'm going to use this. And, whoa, and this. This is a sushi preparing making kit. And it actually works pretty well. This one I'm just going to eat. And so I'm putting it in here. And this, oops, wrong one. And this makes sure that it's in a round shape. And now I'm just going to cut it. Alright, so the last ones kind of failed, but these worked fine. And the ones that failed I'm just going to eat, so not like it's bad. So I'm just going to take it out and put it into my bento. Yay! Yay, preparing my bento box. Alright, so I'm putting up the grass now, and hopefully it'll stay this time. Alright, so I figured out that I can fit 4 little pieces of sushi in my bento box, and this will be for my egg and some vegetables when I'm done. 6 minutes left. So I'm going to move them around again, my wooden spoon power, and This is just to make sure they cook all over instead of just on the end that they're sitting on. And once there's 4 minutes left, I'm going to prepare a bowl of ice water. Literally ice water, cold water and ice. And they are going to cool down, and then I'll be able to peel them. Some people say that you should keep them hot, but because I'm not using an egg mold, because I don't have any yet, I will get some eventually because I found out where to buy them. Because I don't have an egg mold, they don't need to be warm, but they don't need to be freezing cold either. So here's my bento again, and I'm now going to get out a bowl for my ice water. Alright, so now I'm going to fill my bowl with water. So I filled my bowl with water, and now I'm going to get ice. Alright, so I put the ice in, and there's 2 minutes left exactly, so that's perfect. And here's my eggs. Move them around one more time. Guide each one to the side, up and back down. In, up, down, in, up, down. And then that's just my trick for 46 seconds. Alright. So 12 seconds, going down pretty fast, obviously, since they're seconds. And I'm just going to turn the heat off when the alarm goes off. Alarm stop, and heat off. Make sure and turn them around in the heat. Oh, that's hot. Splashed at me. Okay, now I'm going to lift them up one by one. Now the rice vinegar in the background. Okay, so I'm just gonna put them all in. Alright, so I accidentally cracked one of the eggs when I dropped it in, see? But since it's already boiled, it's fine. My neighbors are looking for their cat again. I'm gonna let these sit, and I'm gonna prepare for egg chopping. Okay, so I'm going to bring my eggs over here and turn on the fan for the steaming pot. Alright, so I brought my eggs over by my bento box, and I'm now going to peel them and put the shells in a small bowl. Alright, so I'm first going to peel the one that's cracked. And shake it like that, and kind of dry it off, and now I'm going to peel it and put the shell in the bowl. So I peeled this egg, and now I'm going to rinse it with cold water, like that, and obviously it goes straight down to the bottom, and I'm going to peel this one, and peel all the rest. Alright, so I've done 2, and now I'm going to do the rest, yay! So I broke number 4, and it's because it's still warm, and there's 3 that are broken and 1 that isn't. So, peeled, not broken. So those 3 are done. This one needs to sit in the ice water for a while, and number 4 broke in half, so it's not good anymore. Well, it is. I can eat it, but I want my bento to look pretty, if you can use that as an expression. So this thing is actually a mushroom press, and I'm just going to stick the egg in, and, well, I'm not going to do it over the bento, because if I make a mistake, I don't want it to go in the bento, so I'm going to use a bowl. Alright, so I have my mushroom press here, yay! And I'm going to take my peeled egg, and I'm going to dry it off with a paper towel. I don't want it to be wet because it might turn out soggy, and that wouldn't be very pleasant. So this one already has a little tiny crack in it, but same difference. It's just going to be chopped. So I'm going to put my egg right here, and in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness, that was hard. but awesome. Alright, that was fun. I'm going to do the same to all of my other eggs. So I chopped all my eggs, and now I'm going to put them into my bento, and I'm going to add a little pepper and a little salt, black pepper. So now I'm going to put the eggs into the bento. Alright, so I fit as many eggs as I can, and I still have some left over because I made 6 of them. Now I'm just going to put some black pepper and some salt on top. Alright, so I have that now, and I'm actually going to chop up some baby carrots and just like stick them in the little holes around the whole bento box, and that will be my bento. Alright, so now I'm going to put a little bit more salt because I barely put any, literally. And I'm actually going to decorate with little tiny clumps of rice. I put one there, put one here. Those are just 2 little tiny clumps of rice, and I'm going to sprinkle my seaweed nori rice seasoning on it, all over. Ta-da! There's my full bento with red cabbage and rice sushi rolls, hard-boiled eggs, and baby carrots. I'm just going to close it up. Ta-da! Thanks for watching. Bye!